So back. I was just discussing now to chat that I was worried about our late game damage potential with these flails. So a two-handed flail does, I think, 40 to 80 damage, but only one swing a turn. But two swings a turn of this one-handed flail is 50 to 110 potentially, which is actually better. And with Headhunter, you can reliably hit the head twice a turn with a flail for a cost of 19 plus, so 29 fatigue. You want to 29, you recover 15, so 14 fatigue per turn. I've got 84 fatigue here, but that's going to change. So this guy can do the lash flail combo, 14, 28, 30, like 4 or 5 turns in a row. Anyway, main, yes, nice. Okay, we need to do a delivery mission. Why did I take a marauding greenskins mission while everyone's drunk? I think it's... I was happy to take the marauding mission because we can pull these greenskins into some reinforce... What is that? Thralls. That's actually quite killable. They should leave us alone. So I hope it's orcs, not goblins, because goblins are just a friggin' bummer. And just for my own edification to remind myself, my ranged lads. Okay, so Emery AU, I assume that's Australia, AU. It's level 4. Tank lad. Polearm lad. Ranged goon. Sup Ionic. Falk has potential. Oh, look at the boys, they're hanging. Oh, me fucking head! There they go. Ooh. That we can win that battle ourselves. A legendary orc weapon on that dude. Shadok. What level are we on the front line? 10, 8, 9, 8. Okay, no, we need to actually get these soldiers to help us because we don't have Indom. Until you have a front line, a complete front line full of Indomitable, it's just not worth fighting orcs. Knock you around, they stun you, your lads will get killed. So I'm hoping that Shadok has a named cleaver. Because one of our lads, we're going to make a cleaver specialist. A two-handed cleaver specialist. That means a champion, yes. I wonder if it's because... No, we don't actually have the bounty hunter yet. We've got the recruiter, the blacksmith, and the drill sergeant. 1-6. Okay, we're a ways off. I think next we're going to go paymaster. Actually, no, we don't need the paymaster yet. We can get something else. Maybe cartographer. Anything that helps with money, because as you can see, we're struggling for money. Right, so we let the soldiers handle most of these nerds. I've been binge watching on YouTube. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Remember, there's at least one episode a day. Surgeon... That's actually that's a very good call, especially because we're playing cultists, and as soon as someone dies, well, I mean, I'm going to save scum anyway. So the surgeon isn't really that important there. There he is. He's got a named cleaver. Of all the possible stats that cleaver could have, most of all, I hope it has reduced fatigue cost. Because then you combine that reduced fatigue cost with the increased fatigue regeneration from being a cultist, and then that orc weapon is basically a normal weapon because it normally costs 5 more fatigue, and if it's legendary it costs 3 less fatigue, and you generate 2 more fatigue. So basically it's a long drawn out way of saying some cultists can use orc weapons. Maybe a cultist with high initiative, we can make him dodgy, we can make him nimble. A nimble, dodgy orc weapon cleaver is going to F people's S up. I just hope that its bleeding damage is going to be full bleeding damage, because I seem to recall... Oh no, bleeding damage is off specialization, not off the weapon. So yeah, it would be full bleeding damage. I think that would be very powerful if we could get that. Not yet, Goa, but we will. What you guys got to remember is that this campaign, because we're playing cultists, is going to be long. And we've only just gotten ourselves established. Now we're entering that very long phase of hiring and firing hundreds to try to get guys with the right star and stat distribution to become cultists. Most of our guys are goons. Most of them don't have long-term potential. But I want a bunch of guys that have multiple stars in melee defense, so they can use two-handed weapons or be duelists. Emery, what have I given you weapon spec wise? It's going to be crossbow and firearms mastery. Also, one of you in the YouTube comments made an interesting comment saying that it's not realistic to go for using a crossbow and a firearm. And I think what the punchline of the comment was basically that even if you get bags and belts, you can't carry ammo in your backpack. So even if you start like this and you quick hands to your gun and then spend AP to put your bullets there, that's not going to work. But we can just test that. No, actually no man, you can put ammo in your backpack. It will work. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have 4 backpack slots. One will be the handgun, one will be, or 2 will be handgun ammo. Yeah, it's fine. Right, so the main thing is, yeah, we have to get the last hit on Shadok. Stobbie, don't be scared, although you should be. I do love the damage from these flails on the hitting in the head. Quickly, kill all the things. Break their morale. Out of all of our soldiers, Kratos is in the most trouble right now. The thing is, I kind of want their bullhooks hitting Shadok because the bullhooks are going to shred his armor right quick. And then it's just a question of manipulating the turn order to make sure I get the last hit. Okay, so Stobbie, get a few stabs off. I think we hold Goaba back in preparation of rotating him out. Okay, brave footman. Shield up, not the move I would have gone for. Fucking shield. That's a lot of hit points. I love dagger specialists, they're so good. Stabby, stab, stab. That's fine. That's a huge use of fatigue. So, Ian Zenstos. Greetings. Careful with that fucking crossbow. Lansenstos. Interesting name. Right, I want to see some morale breaking here. Oh boy. Emery, new lad, ranged lad. Need to get him out of there. Thrust of the lance in German. Oh, Lanzenstoss. You guys pronounce it with a sh sound, wouldn't you? A Lanzenstoss. See, that's what I want to see. That morale breaking. That's what I'm talking about. And that's even without Headhunter. I'm sorry, without Fearsome. I go back and forth about whether or not I should give Fearsome to my Dagger boys. Because I think for like 9 out of 10 enemies, that'll do nothing. But then you almost always make the argument that particular perks, you take particular perks for what they do when they do proc. I'm thinking that Fearsome is going to be useful when you're fighting nimble enemies, like in the south. I don't know. Maybe we do take Fearsome on the dagger guys, just to be on brand with the rest of the guys. That is so risky. Shooting a crossbow over an allied guy who's wearing just a male coif. Scary. Okay, now we've got to start playing... rotate enemies away. We've got to be super careful. Also, his helmet's destroyed, so a few flail shots to the head ought to do it. Where do I go here? Let me go there. No, I've Headhunter, I do. That's amazing I haven't wounded him though, just shows you how big his hit points are. Is crippling strikes going to be worth it? On the goons, I think so. Oh, so close. No! So Eisenet's going to steal our kill. I was too busy talking to think about turn order. That's a fail. I wanted that cleaver. Oh well. There will be opportunities for more cleavers. Quick check to see if there are any cultists in town. Nope. That's nice. But no defense. Let's dismiss. Crap. Nah, rubbish. Don't worry about it. There'll be plenty more chances. Athletic is nice, but he's only a 3-star brother. At this point, I'm happy to take any background. It's going to be all about their starting values and star distributions. Oh boy. Okay, 12 tools. Yes, Emon, Super Bros. Yep, in-game lads. The one problem we have though is that Mizuma is our highest ranking zealot, so I think I'm going to have to sacrifice him. But we do know that 2 top level bros are going to need to be sacrificed for the 2 pieces of the Davkul armor. I don't want him to be the highest level Davkul bro. You want your bannerman. You really want your bannerman to be the highest level guy, because then every turn he can just be spamming the fatigue recovery thing. And I don't know if they've changed the AP usage, but with Polar Mastery I think you can do the war cry to increase fatigue recovery and still get an attack off. Having our tank on the flank potentially using that increased fatigue thing is only going to hit half of the formation, and especially because his destiny is supposed to be to run off by himself south and hold the northern flank again in the monolith fight, but looks like he's going to be getting sacrificed. Right, donkey. Let me check the time. Just a warning, I'm going to have to jump off pretty soon. Okay, we got another half an hour before the power goes out. I've gotten the Davkul armor once before. I think the requirements are you need a level 11 brother, and you need to be camping out in the wilderness. Right, so let's keep grinding. Give me a nice patrol mission. Hunt for Alps, Unhold, and Hexen. Nope. It's training there. Righto, so destroy locations controlled by orcs. I think I should be doing these little caves and huts. 18 hours, let's camp for a bit. 20 HP per turn. How much does the Lerock armor weigh is my question. Because if it's light enough, I think you want to put that Lerock armor on a dodgy bro. Unless they've changed it. I seem to recall there's Aspect of Davkul, which is the Davkul helmet, which regenerates its own hit points. And then there's the something else of Davkul, which is the body armor, which also regenerates itself. Well, Donkey, that's exactly right. But I mean, look, bear in mind, look, we aren't even fully leveled up yet. We finally have, I think we've got 13 cultists so far. I need at least 14, potentially 16, so 4 reserves, 4 ranged guys that I can switch out with 4 polearm / mace using guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Falk really needs to get sacrificed, so much so. Oh, it's not sacrificed, converted. I'm hoping he gets converted. The problem with having these two around is now Falk, who I need to convert desperately, only has a 1 in 3 chance of converting because there's 2 other lads. The thing is that I need the conversion to happen on Falk, and then I need to quickly hire some other bodies, but What's up, Iggy? A few young, many berserkers. No, we can't do that. That's too scary, unfortunately. Our lads just aren't that strong. I've got to be so careful because I've been experimenting with an offline peasant campaign that I'm 280 days in, and I've got 16 of them, all of them at like level 12 and 13, and they're pretty scary. I need someone to help me clear out these orcs. I didn't do the timing right, and we got nothing. So, whips. How many whips do we have? Only 1. Well, there's a few ghosts there. It's only a few. 86. So I think Stobbie is our best bet to kill those ghosts. This is a prime battle to get some seasoning on this ranged lad. The thing is, we can't fight those Berserkers now. We would need... If I had 4 level 11 ranged guys, I'd feel better about the Berserkers, because then you just pick them off. But it's so scary. You gotta be so careful. Everyone's favorite. The hungover zombies. Doing the voice acting for the zombies must have been so much fun. The mansplitters are scary, but honestly, the orc chain can hit even harder. if it hits on the head and it rolls max damage. The thing is, it rolls between, I think, 20 and 100. But if that the orc chain hits the head and rolls 100 max damage, that's 150 damage straight to the head. And it does quite a lot of it, ignores armor. It is devastating. And it stuns you. Also, once the lads get more leveled up and their resolve gets higher, and I've stockpiled armor that has runes and sigils on, we're going to do very well against ghosts as well. And by the way, I absolutely intend to stockpile runes and sigils. I mean, I want 12 sets of armor with runes and sigils, and eventually I want us to be like witch hunters. Witch and ghost hunters. Davkul ain't afraid of no ghost, basically. Shot, go boy. Good lad. Ah, curses. Yes, Stobbie. Embrace the grind. Is Davkul a wrestler? It's embrace the darkness. Davkul. Y'all know what that means. Turn done. 2 turns. 4 turns. Also, man, I want to go operate in the south some more, but I've been putting off the south because it's quite saucy down there. It's quite tricky. But if once I feel like we are strong enough to fight those southern nomads, we can pick up a bunch of 3-headed maces pretty quick. And the 3-headed maces are amazing for destroying ghosts. Cthulhu, heretic. He's a false god. The thing is though, look, the average level of my guys on the front line is around level 7. So fighting nomads is going to be scary. They have dodge, they are so hard to hit, they do so much damage, they throw sand in your face. Ugh. Oh yeah, we're going to be slaying Cthulhu at some point. Bet your ass. I should actually be trying to get as many of these helmets as possible. I can replace these mails with the red sash. The thing, I mean, I've used the pole mace, destroyed the helmet shit a bit. The pole mace damage is a little underwhelming. It's 50 to 75, whereas a Dane axe is 75 to 95. I mean, sure, with the axe you don't get the stun, but the damage on the mace just feels really underwhelming. So why am I using guys with shields? So a good defensive front line should not be underestimated, especially in the beginning. We're still very much in a building phase, and the majority of brothers that you hire are not going to have the defensive statistics to be able to survive on the front line without a shield. A shield is simply, I mean, obviously other than armor, a shield is the best way to keep your brothers alive. So my guys who are what I call just goons, lads who don't have stats to give them real long-term potential, give them shield expertise. You also see most of my guys are in light armor. It's because we haven't found guys who have the fatigue to be able to wear heavy armor, nor have we been able to find any heavy armor yet. Remember, there's a lot of chance involved, and it takes a long time to find enough groups of enemies that have leaders that have heavy armor. So long story short, you just gotta be patient. Well done, boys. Some good XP there. Now, we've taken this ambition to destroy locations controlled by orcs. And I can't actually destroy any of these without help. So, maybe we just go straight to the south. I was kind of thinking I don't go to the south until I have the ambition to go trade with the people in the south or something like that. But, okay, nice round, 75, 76 hit points. Fuck it, let's head to the south. Head hunter time. So, one thing about... Actually, maybe I shouldn't have taken Headhunter with a two-handed flail guy. Because the two-handed flail doesn't have lash. It has swing in a circle and a regular attack. Oh well. 4 plus 3. Ugh, his resolve is going to be an issue. Uh, 167, that's not worth repairing. Okay, let's head south. Give me a nice escort mission taking me down to the south. Oh, that's cheap. Let's stock up there. Follow the tracks, that I can do. We didn't take too much damage off that fight. Do I have to craft anything? Not particularly. Oh yeah, so back to the question of whether it's feasible. Yeah, you can. I mean, unless there's a reason that you aren't allowed to swap out gun ammo. You can't have gun ammo in your backpack. I don't see that. But even if you aren't allowed to carry gun ammo in your backpack, you just start with the gun ammo and your gun, and then the crossbow and that, and then switch them out. Even if that then forces you to drop the gun ammo on the ground, you can still pick it up again. We'll figure it out, is what I'm saying. Oh, I reckon it'll be fine. What kind of classes do we have? We've got a tank, a goon, a dagger lad. Two-handed flail lad. Yeah, go a boa. I look forward to seeing what he can do. His melee skill isn't going to be what I want it to be, but 27 without a shield is really not bad. And with a couple hits of reach advantage, that could get much better. So at 10 he'll get underdog. At 11 he will get reach advantage and battle forged. I think quick hands applies even to ammo. So I think the way it'll work is you will quick hands either one of the two. The point is you'll have to spend 4 AP changing either the gun or the ammo. And I suspect that the gun will be unloaded when you switch it out the first time. So on the turn that you switch to the weapon, you won't be able to do anything with it. But I don't foresee that being a huge problem, because what I want to do is have the crossbow for the long range stuff. And I'm shooting enemy marksmen and whatnot. And then even if I have to sacrifice a turn, switching over to the hand cannon, that's fine. Let's fight these lads during the day, I think. We might experiment also with just starting with our guys with their guns out and not using crossbows at all. And just seeing how the AI reacts. Because the main reason I want the crossbows is to convince enemies with ranged to actually come towards us. If the handguns are enough to make them come towards us, then maybe we won't actually need to bother with crossbows. That being said, crossbows are damn good. They do a lot of damage. Attacked a southern city-state. Hell no, why would I do that? I presume that will come in the Holy War late game event. I'm pretty sure that the city-state professional troops are pretty terrifying. The thing is, look, we're 145 days in, but we're a lot further behind than we would be with another warband, which is normal because the cultists, your growth is so slow because you have to keep sacrificing people. Shot Falk. Stobbie, why can't you get your shield up? Do you have a hurt foot or something? Oh, he moves the third square. Shit. Oh, I mean, for those of you who watched the pre-patch experimentation, you saw that warband we had. We had 4 tier 3 crossbows at one point. We were just annihilating a lot of enemies. They all had headhunter, but that was the old headhunter. I haven't tried the crossbow build with the new headhunter. I can tell you though, with tier 3 crossbows and competent crossbowmen with berserk, there were battles where my 4 crossbows were killing 8 goblins a turn. You just one-shot goblins, even to the body, because they have such low hit point pools. Good block. So I love crossbows. They're so forgiving at close range. What's that hit chance? 64. And that's a low level lad. Right. Get to stabbing, my lads. That's a pretty tough helmet. Maybe we just attack normally. Van Thorn will... Oh! 81, missed. Fucking, how does it... Oh, I got shield expert. How does that miss? Doesn't actually show the accuracy. Plus 40% chance to hit. It still missed. Well, honestly, for me, it's not at all uncommon to have the first crisis be over before I even get involved. I mean, a lot of times, unless my warband is like ahead of schedule, you know, ahead of development, they won't even take part in the first late game crisis. It's just too dangerous. And there's always loads more late game crises. Once you start grinding, it feels like there's a late game crisis every 10 minutes. Come on with the shield bashes. 95. I think that's because he wouldn't get the rules wouldn't let him get knocked there. It was auto miss. Oh yeah, especially Orc Invasion. The rewards are so comparatively low. Civil War. If the Noble House Civil War is the first one that procs, I'll take whatever missions I can because the rewards are so good. But it's still super fucking dangerous. And I mean, a big thing for me, a big realization has been that your first 250 days, you're just in a building phase. Don't get ahead of yourself. I love pikes. Such a good weapon. Any other dogs? Who's got dogs? Walk in, get him, boys. Kill my dog. Kill you. Oh, it replied fearsome, looks like. I could have sworn I saw a fearsome icon there. I've got 2 dagger lads. We've got Stobbie the second, and we've got Van Thorn. Van Thorn's attack is pretty good, but Van Thorn, I worry about his lack of defense. Stobbie 1's accuracy is 94 at level 9. I look forward to having the obsidian dagger and kill him! Raising loyal servants. Sheen. Thank you, my loyal follower. Loyal subject, sorry, is your correct term. We have many more. We have 45 subjects now. My kingdom is growing. Welcome, boys. Welcome. And girls. I don't want to assume the gender of my viewers. Headhunter, nimble. Crippling strikes. Lanzenstoss. Thank you for the follow, you bloody peasant. Well, I might as well pick up student. It's, you know, I've put it off long enough. Dagger lad. 80 at level 9. It's Fenthorn. It's a bit. Actually, wait, no, I want the fatigue. I don't want the hit points. Dagger lad. He's got nimble. Berserk. God. That resolve is so caca-poo-poo. Crossbow mastery, nice. I can't help but wonder whether these lads we keep in reserve, like, I don't even let them wear clothing. They never get to go take part in battle. They don't even wear clothing. Surely they must think that something's up. Honestly though, Dieter, if he converts, I'd be quite happy with that as well, because he's got nice stat potential. Let's do him that way. That's Hartwig, who's a straight sacrifice. Okay, so then on the next conversion event, I've got a 66% chance. So it'll be either Falk, or Dieter, or Hartwig. I kind of wouldn't mind if Dieter gets converted. Right, 87, that's not paying very well. 6 tools. Ooh, hello. Oh, yes, determined. The thing is, he's not going to be, like, looking at his stars, the only potential he could maybe be is as a duelist. 47 with 1 star is an average of 28. That's 75 plus 10%, so that's 80 something. That's really low. Maybe polearm user or pole mace. He might be a bit wasted as a goon. I think we'll make a second pole mace guy. Or polearm, actually. He needs the extra accuracy, so this is another polearm lad. Just bear in mind, we do need polearm guys in reserve. Okay, so these guys are already converted. Monolith goon, dagger lad goon, sword tank, pole mace. I want two polearm and 2 pole mace. Not on the regular hit, if you use the actual stun ability. Tank lad, goon, Emon. Did we get rid of Emon as a goon? Well, I mean, okay, so who's the weakest goon? Don't we have one of our goons is asthmatic? Sparrow 4 is actually really inaccurate. Who's got the crappiest aim? 86, 78, 86, 67. Well, we got some reserves. So backstab doesn't work with polearms. Where did you hear that? Because if that's true, then I need to replace Wolfgang. Damn. That's a wasted perk here on Wolfgang. He's pretty good. 79 at 9. I wonder if they've changed it. What if it used to work but it doesn't anymore? Okay, I've got to stop. Power's going off in 10 minutes. Could go off at any second. Alright, cool. For those of you watching on YouTube, there'll be the usual episode a day. Stay tuned. The grind continues to level up our followers.